something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, and I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my brain, watch out.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? We are 60 people. Wow, that is a big start. Fresh on Monday. Let's see. Bit of movement on the pound dollar early before the open, which is nice to see. How's everyone? Who we got inside? Let's see. Bessem. Is that Coin Keeper? Good morning. Marcel, good morning. Jonathan, good morning. Rafa. Michael Chen. Shen? Maybe Shen. Joseph. Lots of people, familiar faces, pictures, I would say. What else we got? Mbassa's in. Forzadreu. Paul, hello Paul. Ahmed and Shan. I think that's everyone. Dogen. Let's reset everything. I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm going to clear the trades because we don't have anything currently running. We had a very good Friday in the end. We're going to have a look at that. But let's keep an eye on this. Not that. Keep an eye on these charts this morning because they're looking quite interesting. We saw the last week's. Now look at these guys, look at these, how they're being respected. We talked about that buy side liquidity, we anticipated the price coming to fair value gap, it just missed it, but then it sell off. Where did it stop? We were discussing that before we went on the weekend. We were anticipating price to come right to that fair value gap. And what did it do? Nearly to the pip. Doesn't get better than that. So obviously, if you're new to the channel, we are talking about ICT 2022 mentorship. And this is where you're going to learn about all these. I draw them differently than ICT. You can see my red and greens, liquidity boxes. My fair value gaps, I make them gray, green for previous daily low, and red boxes. We're just going to quickly look on the FX. This is the first time I'm opening the charts. So you're going to see me break through how I get ready for the market, as well as how we enter trades and where we enter and so on. Mondays, it's bank holiday obviously, so I have found good setups on bank holidays. So let's see how it goes today. We talked about this last Friday, this move upwards and the fan getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then this explosion up to the liquidity draws, and that's where we had our trades. Can delete all these now. In terms of, if we have it already here, 15 pips on the pre-market already, so that's a good sign. Last week we had 40, 47. These boxes are the FX market session by Boy Toki, and I've set them up to show me the kill zone between 7:30 and 10 o'clock UK time. 67, that was the big move there. We anticipated the price coming to take the highs out, but when it failed, that's when we started becoming bearish for the last week. We're going to see how this week plays out. We still have these fair value gaps that haven't been filled, so price can very easily come into this area before it starts continuing down. As we can see, this is the 15-minute, but obviously we can see that the predominant move is down below the 125. That was our round number. So we'll see what happens this morning. If the price comes up in this area, fair value gap there, takes out the highs, then obviously you know that I'm going to be bearish. However, if this is a quick early Judas move to take the highs of these two here and then continues down, then we're going to be looking for longs. So that's why I am quite neutral on my bias when I come and open the charts. We're just seeing what the market's going to offer. Who else we got? Pink Hands, Rayo, hi. Mr. Bazooka, hi. Mus, good morning. Radio Jingles, Davidas, Fran, good morning everyone. Ron, Adam, I am in buy euro dollar, says Ahmed. Morning Atlas. Let's see. So obviously current situation, we have taken these highs. Took them there, had a bit of reaction, but this is the clean takeout of that buy side liquidity. I missed the move on GU. Well, it's very early doors. It's only 7:40 UK. So we're gonna wait for that open. See, Mondays, guys, you can find early moves. Like, what time was that? 7:30. If you were up. Anna last time, yes, on Friday, she found a trade at 2 a.m. That 2 a.m. o'clock might be something you need to work on, because look at this. 2 a.m. has also delivered another nice long position. 34 pips. Maybe the Asian market is where it's at. I've got my Freddo espresso. We talked about this with Gab. I don't know if it's in yet, but our Italian followers and friends, they don't drink cold coffee. In Greece, we do drink cold coffee because it's so hot. So today we're having a Freddo espresso. I've had my single espresso earlier. Tom, hi Tom. Bank holiday, you're absolutely right. And we can see that on the news front. If we go on baby pips, not much happening today. If we go on Forex Factory, that's Fridays, today 26. What? 29th. 27, 28, 29. Bank holiday, French bank holiday, US bank holiday. So technically, there should not be a lot of movement in terms of trading institutionally. However, algorithms are still running, and we can see that liquidity draw now has been taken out. So there might be nice opportunities. I've always said, oh, I'm not going to trade a bank holiday, and then I turn on the screens and it's like moving like crazy. So then I'm like, okay. Johannes, good morning. Maniac TV, good morning. George Calimera. Anna, I think, is that a new name? Anna Teixeira. Probably killed that. Jaco and Anuj. Welcome all. How we doing? Let's see how many people we got in the stream on a Monday morning. 121, that's good. Starting hot on a bank holiday. We've also got a new subscriber on Sultan Lyrics, and if you look on the top about here, it says 3,790 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer to that 5,000. And you know what happens at 5,000? We're opening our Discord group, which a lot of people are excited about, including myself. That'll be a fun journey for me to do something new and look at how we can best create the best server for you guys to chat to each other and people that like the way we're trading, and ICT 2022, a safe place where like-minded people can do what we like most, which is daily trading the pound USD, hopefully. I know there's a lot of people here who will like ask me about gold and euro. I used to trade euro. It's a bit slower. I find it a bit slower. It moves a bit smoother if you don't like volatile. Pound dollar, I would say, is the biggest mover, as well as USD, JPY. That moves quite a bit. So we have that fair value gap that got taken. We had this push here above this swing high. And you might say this is not a swing high, but if you go down to like the 2 minutes, you can see the price came down, created this consolidation here, failed to break the lows on the sell side, and then broke upwards. Came back, retested the fair value, pushed up, gap down below the fair value. That's probably why it went below the fair value, and then slowly building up momentum to the upper side. And now we can see that green candle coming in. So we are waiting. We're in nice premium. I like the position we're in. I do like the position. Now my question is, if there's a strong move this morning on the open, I think that's going to be the move for the day. So we can't miss it, because it's bank holiday. There's going to be a strong move, algorithmically talking, about a draw of liquidity, which has started already. We're seeing this here in the pre-market. So hopefully this continues higher. But that might be the move for the day. So I know a lot of people will be shorting this already, thinking that it's taking liquidity above here, short it downwards. I still don't like this position. You know that I don't like this position because we have to deal with a 20 pip. So 2 lots, that will be $400. So I would like to see this come up. You're going to see at least to retest this area here, which is another fair value, not there. That one till that one. We need to zoom in to extend it. So at least to this area here, which is a fair value gap on the 15-minute. Okay, so there we have it. We are 15, 16, 17 minutes for the London Open. So we'll see what the algorithm does. Good fair value gap, 3-minute now. Someone's eager. Are you talking about these fair value gaps? That will play in our game if we want to go higher. So I want this to come down here and then continue higher so I can sell it at a better price. Now today is a bit, you know, the people that are a bit on the gambling side, they might be very eager to get in early because volume might not be as big as it normally is. But that doesn't change. If we want to have green days and we want to be the most consistent we can ever be, and you know we are because we put our data every single day, and you can see green days. That's since the which account is this? The 250 account. No, 200. What are we on now? 250. We've had green days and paid. Took another 5k out for this month with the expensive here in Greece, and left another 5 in the account to build it, build the buffer. We can see that we're constantly having green days. We didn't put Friday in. Ooh, we need to put Friday in. That's going to be higher. So how that happens is by being patient. Being patient. We can see this in the performance here. This is our main account, 250 account. So that graph doesn't get any better than that. We are running at 73.9%, 74%. We normally trade higher, but however, I did have to do some repositions. When I reposition, obviously it thinks that the win rate is dropping, but in reality it's not dropping. It's just taking out bad positions. Profit factor at 10, which is brilliant. Anything above 1 means you're profitable. We're 10 times that. And we're 26% towards the next milestone, which will be 300,000. No, jumping ahead, 275,000. Now that's why I opened an instant account, which is copying this account. The reason is, imagine if this was my instant account in 250, the next upgrade would be 500,000. So quite big jumps. And the little instant where we're now copying it to, we changed it to trade 0.25 lot sizes. Same progress, obviously, similar trades, 92% win rate, because some of those trades were before I opened this account. So we're very healthy on this, 31%. We're 615. We're starting to build that buffer for this account, which we would have to lose 18. We would have to go down to 18,800 for it to stop. We know our daily pauses, how much that will be, 3%. If I lose 3%, that will cap the trading for the day. That's why I've decreased the size. We're at 0.25 volume. The fee obviously is a lot cheaper. It's 1/4, and the profits are smaller, but we're still making good money. We're still making like £100. This is going to consolidate now that high end at 123,697. Where are we? So yeah, super happy with all that. And in black days mean, what does that mean? The black days these days, if you mean that, obviously you know the unfortunate event that happened to our family. I wasn't able to trade for this. I'm quite happy that I managed to start trading after, what was it, 2, 4, 6, 10 days. It was difficult, and you can see that some days I couldn't perform, but we're getting better and better and better as we get back into the groove of trading. What else? So that's that. We've got the fivers that we've updated you on. So we're 31 on that. I think, what was the other one? 29. So that's going to slowly build. We don't rush the process. So this account, because it's instant, this is going to be doubling itself. So every time we hit that 100% target, that's going to give me, the next one is 40, then 80, 160. So it's going to catch up really quickly to my bootcamp account, which is my main account. So, hi Srinivas. May I ask not to spam the chat with multiple same sentences, because it's not nice for everyone else. Who else we got? Manas, hi. The Saint, DXY is taking lows, and we're going to have a look at the DXY. Would you mind explaining a bit on the repositioning? Okay. I just don't get it very well. Adding more positions to a losing one can result in a huge hit in case goes wrong. Right, that's a misunderstanding about what repositioning and how I do my repositioning. My repositioning is breaking one trade. So let's say Pedros, you start trading with a one lot, and that's your full position. I would break that one lot into from 5 to 10 positions, and that's something that Scruffy does really well with his madness. However, for me, instead of holding all those positions that I'm breaking, I'm making sure that I'm getting in places where I can kill trades that are not profitable and reposition them at a better price. So let's say I got in here. Let's say you trade one lot and you wanted that trade to go up. So this is Pedros. I don't know how you trade. I'm just going to give you an example. This is Pedros, and Yanis is trading the same one lot. So you've traded one lot here. Now we want the and then Yanis is in the same position, still trading. Let's kill all these. Still trading one lot, so we're still gonna have the same exposure. Now when you get in here and you want the price to go up, if it goes against you, you're a bit stuck. You're either going to win this trade or you're going to have to kill it. Let's say you want to stop off 10 positions. So this is where you kill this trade. Yanis, when I go in this position, we're still trading the same one lot, but I'm going to trade 0.25 of that lot at this entry. When the price comes, let's say, to another swing low or even to 10 pips down, I'm going to add another 0.2. So now my exposure is what? Is 0.5, half your lot. So my 10 pips is 1/4 of your risk. What happens if you get stopped out here? Let's do a little bit of a ghost. So if you get stopped out here, that's it. You've taken your 10 pips loss. If I get down here, I'm adding to that position of the same position. We're still on the same position. Yes, if this goes for you, so if the price goes up for you, and then it also goes up for me, you are making 3 times more the money that I would be making here. And that's okay, because I don't mind waiting for another 3 times to do that. Why? Because if the price comes down, I've now got a better position here and my profits is moving down. So now I've taken, if I get my second entry, I can then take it when it comes here. I don't have to hold this risk. I can kill this risk. So now I've taken out that lot. I'm in a better position with a smaller lot size. And if the price decides to do that, then I can add another position. So I can manage my trade a lot easier than just hoping that the price doesn't go down to my stop loss there. And that's in a nutshell. I mean, today you're getting a seminar, guys. I hope the likes are 46. There you go. So that's pretty much how the easiest way to explain what I do with my repositioning. Right, where are we? Let's see if this is pushing up. Let's see DXY, and then we'll come back to the chart. Go on to our daily. We're still moving towards, what did we discuss last week? 105, 106. Those are areas where are interesting. However, we have fair values coming up now. We need to see where the previous daily high is. Start with that. Start with the previous daily low. It was pretty much same as previous daily low, which tells us something. Fibonacci retracement. Right, so we're breaking below equilibrium. This can very easily push down here. It's the most likely area to reach. Why? Oh, that's not right. Because it's a fair value gap. It's a daily fair value gap. Also, 76.4 comes back to retest the 76.4 on the Fibonacci retracement for a continuation to break the highs. Now, what we also have is the previous daily low. So multiple things that can attract the price to do that. Come down there. So if the DXY is coming down, that means the pound is going up. We can see this happening. It seems quite likely that we have this push higher. However, we're bank holiday, we're seeing these wicks coming in. We're seeing this fair value gap developing here, this fair value gap developing here. We don't need that liquidity now. I need to focus on the current price. These are 15 minutes. I do like the 15 minutes. It's 3 minutes till open. Fair value gap there, and then pull that down. That's quite creepy. I didn't change the size of that fair value gap. It's the same as the size of down here. Let's kill that. Alright, so we're all set with these. Let's kill the 17 pips running. We don't need to see that all the time. We're trading above equilibrium. Nothing here to fill apart from this small fair value gap. We need to start thinking if we're going to take this trade. Would we take this trade? 10 pips. I don't mind 10 pip. We might enter one position there for a let's see how much it is. Turn nearly 30 pips. So that would be $300. Not bad. Can you give some tips to pass 10% challenge on FTMO? Unfortunately, Krakow, I don't know the FTMO prop firm. I've never used it. I know people, obviously it's one of the oldest with the fivers, but I do like the fibers because you have so much freedom to trade whatever you want, however you want. The spreads are like 0. So I'm sorry, I can't help with that one. But I know there's other traders that talk about the FTMO and their challenges there. Who else? You're welcome, Pedros. Can you explain it again, bro? Just rewind the video, Kaliab, and you can catch up by pressing live. It will jump again to the front. Would you buy a pullback into fair value gap? That is another way of looking at it. However, if this price action here, from here to here, was down here, coming from a previous daily low, I would definitely be buying that. But because we're in premium, and let's say I want to get a move of 30 pips, I would be trading the whole move. I would be looking for a whole move of delivery to the previous daily high. So I don't really like that trade, but it makes sense if you're interested in that. A break of structure here, fill fair value gaps, pushing higher, makes sense. I can hear the bell, so we're now live on the London Open. Fair value gap getting filled. So we're probably going to see a bit of reaction either here or here. We'll see what happens. Good to see the markets like the guy in Bali. We're currently in Greece, but we will be in Bali. When are we going to be in Bali? Probably September. But got a house for 2 years there, so we'll definitely be in there for at least, I think, till our son is going to be 4 or 5 years old. We might be in Bali. Hope you're well. Hi, Trader Blue. Is there a plan after achieving 4 million target, like launching a hedge fund? Oh, never thought of that. Right, we're getting filled here. Now, why don't I take this, which is quite nice actually. This is nice. The reason I'm not taking this is because of this. We're 50 pips away from the previous daily low. So even if this screams up, which I hope it does, I'm not worried about missing that move because we're in premium. Now, if this comes down and takes the lows and takes these lows and takes these lows and pushes to these lows, then we're definitely looking for longs. How to trade bullish bearish trend continuation? Yes, I'm getting confused. Even if I'm profitable for so long, I overthink, I guess. Keep it simple. You've been profitable for a reason. You're doing something and you're repeating it and you know it's working. Why care about trading anything else? Trade what works. That's what I do. If you don't trade continuations, why do you want to trade continuations? Trade reversals. I'm definitely a reversal trader. What is a fair value gap and how to use it? Right, next fair value gap being filled. Fair value gap is a formation of 3 candles. So you have 1, 2, 3. And between the lowest wick of the 3rd candle and the top, can be body or wick, you can see that there's a gap that hasn't been filled either side of this candle. So this wick, if it was all the way down here, there would be no fair value gap. Now we can see a full, wow, push through the fair value gap strongly. Let's see if it's going to come back to equilibrium or it's going to have that reaction that we're talking about. So yeah, you're looking at the gaps in between. Let's see if we can highlight it. That is the fair value gap. This part of that candle. Because there's no price next to it and no price to the left of it. And the candle's pushed really high, very fast, not allowing people to get involved in this buying situation. So the algorithm pushes it back down, fills the fair value gap, and now it's reacting to the upper side. The sell side liquidity and previous daily low area are sweet. I agree. These areas are really sweet. I like trading these. You know I like the trading these. Let's see how long it will take for someone on YouTube to start doing these and calling it something else. I bet it's very quick. They'll be start talking about repositioning, and they'll be like, I thought of this ages ago. They will call it something like, I don't know, a really fancy name. All right, so the hedge fund question about Javed. The 4 million target. So think about this. It's not only 4 million, because if we go back to the fivers, this account is 20. I really want to, I'm going to beg the fivers to allow me to open a third account on a copier, because that would make my life so much easier and they would make a lot of money. Imagine if I could trade 3 or 4 accounts. They're getting a lot of money. So we'll see. Imbalance? No. Repositioning is not imbalance. That would give you, imbalance would mean that something's out of balance, where repositioning is literally repositioning. Is the pair moving? It's come into the fair values. Let's see if it breaks the lows. If it breaks the lows, there's no reason why it can't come down. However, if it holds above this swing high here and above the equilibrium, we're anticipating this. Let's see. I'm not trading that, by the way, because I want the price to come up here before I start trading it. So yeah, so it's not only 4 million, because it will be this account plus, let's go on the fibers for a second. Oh, wrong one. Let's go to this one. Funding. All right, so we are currently on the 100 bootcamp we started, and we're currently here, 250, and they're giving me obviously 75% because I started from back here, and it says that here. So if you started on 100k, continued, 75% return. Now I have, for 4 million, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 milestones. I normally do about, now that it's getting bigger, probably it's going to take me 1.5 months to do a milestone, which means we've got about 1.5 years until we hit the 4 million, which is not bad, not bad. Now, at the same time, I'm trading the instant fund. So instant fund, where can I see it? Here it is. Funded growth plan. So 1, 2, so we're here now. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 8 levels. So ahead of the other account, we'll be hitting the 4 million. So we're going to be having 8 million in total, which will be insane, to say the least. I'm sure when we get an 8 million account, well, managing 8 million, we will get interviewed by a lot of people. So looking forward to reaching that. And we can put a stop to the people saying that you need tight stops. That's my aim, is to show that Scruffy showed that originally. He's the first person that I ever heard it from, that you can trade with bigger stop losses because you need to manage the trade. Right, we're currently now in this little tube. We broke above this. So there's good indications that this is going to go to the upper side. Am I an affiliate with Fibers? Yes. My affiliate link is 8188. I think. Let me just check that. Put it over here. Affiliate. Copy. Then go here. That's the one. 8188. I haven't tried. I know that I will be able to do. There's another one, isn't it? There's an instant, and then there's this one. High stakes. So high stakes, the only thing I don't like is that it's very pressured for time. However, we do meet those targets anyway. So maybe I should add another one. The only thing I don't know about the rules, how big are the rules? Leverage 100. Daily loss is 5%. Is there anything that would stop us from doing what we're currently doing? Maximum number of active accounts per trade is 1. So high stakes account balance. They give you a monthly salary as well. I need to look into that. I haven't. Have you guys? Is anyone on the high stakes? Do you think it's something I should be doing? High stakes trader, step 1, step 2. Max trading period, indefinite. Minimum profitable days, 3. 3 profitable days. Maximum daily loss, 5%. 10% growth. So that's quite high on the 100k. Is that? I don't know what that is. Valuation phase on A. Cost refund. You get your refunded if you pass. Profit share 80% to 100%. Maybe I need to, if they don't open to be able to copy a, I wanna have a third account, because imagine if I've got a third account, instead of making $500 on one account, I'll be making $1,500 on one account, which is, let's do some calculations. So let's say we trade 5 times 4, so we have 20 days. 1,500 times 20 days is 30k a month. That's not bad, just by doing exactly what we're doing now. So if I can't open a third account, if they don't let me, ideally I want to open a second instant funding account. I'll ask them. I don't know if they can allow that, but if they don't, then I might have to find another broker that has MT5, has the same broker as Fivers. Does anyone know what Fivers uses? Because I want to have the same spread. So when I put a trade in on this account, I want it to be very similar to the other one. That was the problem with Blackball. They tried with Blackball, but the spreads were very different. So when I was getting $100 on one, and it should be $100 on the other one, I was getting like 80. So I was losing like $20 per trade. Over the years, that's going to be an enormous amount of money. With this consistency, why you're not on other firms as well to add on the Fivers? Other firms, they have different rules, don't they? My concentration span on trading needs to be really high up on what I'm doing. So adding accounts is quite tricky. It's quite tricky. And also Fivers have you know, they've been great for me. A bit of loyalty around Fivers. However, if I can't get what I need, then I would have to look at other places. And for risk management, because obviously if you have all your assets on one prop firm, if that prop firm closes, all my capital is gone. So Fivers has its own liquidity provider. Heard it in an interview. Okay, so yeah, so I won't be able to have the same on other accounts. Can't you? Sorry. Can't you use another raw spread broker like IC Market? Yeah. What's the IC Market like? Let's see. Do they have MT5? I think they do, right? IC Markets. Spreads. Oh, I don't like when they say remain tight. I want to know exactly what spreads they are. Forex. Ah, we got it. Raw spread account. On average, 0.26. 0.26. That's a lot, isn't it? 0.26. Let me see on the MT5. Standard account. So if I go, I have to remember where it is now. It's on Market Watch, is it? Yeah. So on the Fivers, I believe this is 0.2. Is this 0.02? I think this is. I would need to check that. But minimum average. Okay, so average 0.84. That's very high for a Forex pair. I might be getting this wrong. These are commissions. Commissions is opening price $3.99 for one lot, so $4 per lot. That's kind of similar. New subscriber, welcome Viv J. Welcome to the community. Spread of 0.1 pips is one of the lowest in the world. Okay. On the euro dollar. Maybe I need to try it. And they have MT5, so that works. I do need a third account. So the price is reacting to the area that we're looking for. The Fivers trades directly through the commercial liquidity providers. We do not trade with the common retail brokers. We operate differently and our trading conditions have different requirements. IC markets have two different accounts, raw accounts and standard. Nice reaction on the fair value gaps. Yeah, you can see that. It's literally reacting on that move there. We want it. We want the price to come up here. That's what we want. Come on, price. Come up here. That's what we want. That's what the people want. Well, the conscious day trader people. Unless you're longing this, and then you're currently sitting in 5 pips. Casey Chong is short from this move here. Okay. He's calling that silver bullet. I'm not aware of the silver bullet, but I can understand it's the liquidity draw around the open and then delivery of price. I don't like that we're in equilibrium though. I would be a bit wary of that move coming. You know, it's not confirmed coming down. It hasn't broken the below structure, so I would be a little bit wary about it. Jonathan, lots of copycats on YouTube. Already? I hope not. I hope not. I know there's copies on Instagram, which is ridiculous. I tried, someone suggested, was it Marcel? He suggested to get the little blue. In Greece, they don't allow that. So I might have to use a VPN to see what countries allow you to get a blue, you know, that you're the official person. Good morning, the OD trader. We are 180 people inside. That's getting close to our 200 all-time viewers. 83 likes. I'm sure we can do better than that. Kalimera Christofore from the beautiful island. It is Mytilene, isn't it? You're from. I can't remember now, but you remind me, and then I won't forget it. I got long in the 15 order block that was below the lowest fair value gap. All right, so who's that? Charlie. Charlie got in here. That order block there. Price came down, tapped in. Good luck with that one. Hopefully it works out for you. I can see why you would do that. Makes sense. I am actually in long and targeting the previous daily high where you want to sell. Sounds good. There's buyers and sellers. My biggest thing about getting into a trade, even if I think this is going in, I need to validate if this is a risky trade or not. Roads, sorry, stop for roads. Beautiful roads. I actually might be going to roads this year. If I do, I'll make sure we touch base. So my concern is this. Can you deal with a 51 pip move? Can you manage it? Because for me, I can manage it, but I always get stressed with these big potential moves. Whereas if the price is up here, I can manage it a lot easier. Because if it goes to 124, worst case scenario is 125, I can very easily manage these extensions from here, if that makes sense. It is bank holiday today. It should be. We'll see what the market does, but sometimes I get some good moves on bank holidays. And also we can chat of other things if it doesn't provide. We don't have to be in the trade. We don't force trades, guys. When we look at performances like this, none of these performances are forced. None of these performances are forced. We've got green days since January 1st. So when you go into trading, like trading these accounts, and you see, whenever you see lines like this, 45-degree angle, you know that's something working. We didn't see, this is the boot camp, we're on a 10 profit, but if we go on the instant, what are we on the instant? On the instant, we are at 23 profit factor. I think any profit above value greater than 1 is profitable. We're 20 times that on the instant. So we know that this method works. So what do? We're patient. We don't rush things. I'm not in it to get my hit of, I need to make money. I need to show these guys that I'm trading live and so on. No, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. So we're patient. We wait for our setups. We know where we get in, and then we get our easy money. We don't want difficult money. We want easy money. Will be nice if we tap into previous daily high. I agree, Dogan. That would be incredible because there is a 15-minute fair value gap and 15-minute order block. So Dogan, I think you're buying this. The issue now is debt ceiling deal, and if it's valid, that might push USD down hard. Let's see. I don't really look at fundamentals. I look where the price is. We can see now we've broken below previous daily high. The biggest obvious area that this will go to is where? 3, 2, 1. Have you seen it? This fair value gap here. And this is on a 15-minute. So we can take out this tool to find the 50%. We don't need this one either. Price came down, came back up, retested the highs, equal highs. What happens with equal highs? It can go all the way to retest that. Waiting for short. Okay, Dogan's on my camp. Remember, I'm anticipating this, but I'm going to write this for new people that are coming in. Anticipating upwards movement. However, looking patiently for a short setup. That way, whoever comes in, they can see that. Go that way, that way. Okay. Have you watched any podcasts on other successful ICT students? Some are made up of 500,000 just last year. That's incredible. I mean, ICT works, guys. I know there's a lot of hate on ICT. I don't understand why. The guy's literally giving you a system that works. And yes, you might need to adapt it to your psychology, but you're not trying to be ICT. You're trying to be you with the ideas of ICT. Fair value gaps work. Previous daily highs, lows, and all that good stuff also work. So make it your own. See what works for you. Same with me. Don't look at me and say, oh, I'm going to take Yanis's trade if it comes up here, because that's doing nothing for you. You need to be able to say, if it goes there, I'm going to do that. Wow, it aligns with Yanis. Okay, brilliant. I keep that. Wow, you have a great mindset that is required to be a trader psychology on point. Mindset is huge in psychology. Smart money concept and ICT methods. Do I combine them? I've only done the 22 mentorship from ICT, and then previously I used to trade like from the teachings of the Scruffy Trader, which is a great trader, and you should go and follow him if you haven't, or watch his videos. That's all my experience on trading. Also, when I started trading, and yes, I did do the Kralo education, which at the time when he did it, Kralo was not that crazy person he's become now in Dubai. Flashy Rolex and buying supercars and making tons of money from courses and other things, which is great. Good for him. But at the time, he was very frugal. He generally came across as someone who wanted to share this. Yes, he did a course, but it was actually quite good course. You would put levels, and you would see break of structures. So a lot of good knowledge that helped me down the line. Must fly. Kids needs attention. Great stream, Yanis. Hope everyone enjoys it. Thanks, Paul. Paul is a very busy man in real life, and he's also trying to trade, so big kudos to him. Have I missed anyone? I have the tendency to move my stops, which miss out on a great profit. Any tips on how to solve that? So moving your stop. Okay, this is going to be a very important message for you guys. So write it down, because I think it's everyone thinks of stop as a risk management, but a stop in reality is more to do with psychology. Let's say you shorted this. So let's say I got in here and I shorted this. So now I am in profit of 15 pips. And I want to risk this, 3 pips. But let's say the price comes and does what I'm anticipating it does, and it comes here. Now your stop from 3 pips, which was your stop would be above here, you moved it and you took it up to this fair value gap, because you're like, suddenly you are able to explain it and say, you know what, if this price comes here, it's going to be 10 pips. I can deal with 10 pips, whatever lot size that is. If it's one lot, it's $100. So I'm going to move it there, and then it's going to react and it's going to give me my profits. What you have to understand is that your 100 pot, your stop that's gone down here now, not only has to make your $100 loss to break even, but it also has to make another, let's say 20 pips. Sorry, no, it would be another 20 pips to go to equilibrium. So does it make sense if you're holding one position to move that stop loss here? Probably not. But what your psychology is doing is bringing in meaning to why that makes sense. Of course I'm going to move it here because that's a fair value gap. So I can take it out there and it will maybe above the fair value gap. So it reacts. If it doesn't, then I'm wrong. It comes to the fair value gap and you're like, you see price action, it's coming close to your stop loss, and then suddenly you're saying, oh, I'm so close to the previous daily high. I think the best stop loss is to put it there, because it's going to go to the previous daily high to buy liquidity, and then it's going to sell off. So now a trade that would have cost you $3, if it was, let's say $30 on a one lot, is now going to cost you $300. The price comes up here and suddenly you're like, look, we're at previous daily high. Of course the price is going to react. If I kill it now, I've lost $300. If I hold it, at least I can make some money back. Why don't we push it a bit higher? Let's go for this swing high. What's the worst? I can lose 300, or I could lose 400, whatever. Instead of losing 300, I would lose 400, but it could show me a profit. And then you start doing that again, and you push it higher, and your brain keeps doing that. Why? Because it doesn't want to take a loss. That's why I don't like tight stops, because your brain is doing that. And when you get hit with all the negativities of failure. You'll get hit with all the things that comes with not being good enough. So moving stops, if you're on the class of I need tight stops and it makes sense, we're breaking this below now, so maybe we're going to have to see this move here now, at least to these lows here. It broke this low, so we're going to see if it's going to react. If it doesn't, the next target is this low here. So we've got that one. So I don't want to put them all in, but I want you to see what I'm looking at. So we've got that one and that one. These are the liquidity draws, right? So the price is going to come and retest this liquidity, and then we're going to see if it breaks this liquidity with a strong push, highly likely that we're coming down here. So now our plan for this we need to see how low it gets. So we're not looking for shorts anymore. If this crashes down, we're going to change and look for longs. Liquidity has been taken out now. We'll see how that breaks. A fair value gap has been developed there, so we can take these out. and we can see that is the one that's been developing. Liquidity being taken out of this. So it's a strong break of this trend move, so it's highly likely that this will continue lower. I know some people were long in this, so I wonder what you're doing now. Have you killed that trade, or are you waiting? So, where were we? We talked about stop loss. I hope that was helpful. Leslie from Johannesburg. Hi. Watching you trade is great. You've got great psychology. I think that YouTube channel from the Scruffy Trader. That's right. He's a great guy. Thanks, Yanis. Have to head out. Seems like it's going to be a slow banked holiday day. It's looking quite good, to be honest. What are we on? 30 pips already. It's looking quite good. D Marina, waiting for a miracle. So I'm guessing you got in here, and now you have to deal with this one here, which is 10 pips. I was short, but the swing high went too high for me. Will short stop with short stop losses. I will journal about this. Okay, so you were short, but this went too high. That's why I can't trade with tight stops. I just can't do it. Highly likely price stays below opening price. Opening price. Let's see what opening price is. Are you talking about London Open? Open. Oh, this open you mean? Okay, so Leslie doesn't think that we're going to break higher than this high. And the London midnight open is here, so we're trading below them. We've taken the midnight lows. We tapped into this second one now. So we've taken two swing lows, 3 swing lows, including this one. We broke out of this structure of the higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. You found a ceiling here, equal tops, took the tops, broke down a little bit, filled fair value gaps, pushed higher, nothing to fill on the left side. It did come up to this order block and then delivered price down. We're seeing a bit of volume coming in now. What time is it? 8:30ish. We'll see if that pushes higher to see if we're still looking for that plan for the price to come higher. Remember what we said? We thought that from here it's going to come here. And we wanted to short up here. We don't like equilibrium. Me personally, I don't like trading equilibrium. If you are trading equilibrium, you have to be able to weather the storm of this going up and down, up and down. Unless you're throwing like Bollinger Bands on, where you can trade from Bollinger to Bollinger. We're currently now in the lows of the 20s. MACD's crossing over. So indications that this can continue lower on the indicators. However, this is at an extreme now, so there's probably going to be a reaction. I don't really trade with these indicators, but it helps for you guys to, sometimes you need an indicator to see what we're talking about. So if I delete these, we'll see if this was the Judas move. The Judas move of the day. So if we throw the market on there, we've had the high, took out the highs here, came down and took out the lows of 2 swing lows. Could this be the Judas move below the equilibrium to bring price higher? We'll see. Any news? Dollar steady on mounting Fed hikes bets. Debt ceiling deal optimism. Okay, let's see the DXY. DXY has failed to break the highs. That's quite interesting. So we might see some... We're going to have to hear that sound now, because I don't know how to mute it. Did that do it? No. Give me 1 second and that phone call will stop. We are in an office. So we are trading above equilibrium. And price took out the highs, found the previous daily high, came back down to equilibrium, broke below equilibrium, filled this fair value, which doesn't exist there, but I'm sure there is a fair value on the 1 hour. No. On the 15 minute. That's the only one. So it didn't come to this area that we were talking about. It did take the lows of this and now it's pushing higher. Now this is where the price is contained. Oh wow, I think we broke the record. We're on 205 people watching. We need to celebrate. We did break. We didn't take this high out. And we didn't take. And we took this low out. So if this is the swing low of the Judas move, we can anticipate a break higher. At least to take these highs. Then we need to see if the price is going to be strong enough to come up to this fair value gap. If it's a strong USD index, what does that say about the pound dollar? It says that the pound dollar will be weak, which means weak continuation down. Where to? Sell side liquidity. If it breaks down instead of what we're thinking it's going to do, when do we get involved? Right here. This is where 1, 2, 3, we are definitely longing that position. Especially on a day on a bank holiday where algorithms take over. But what we were saying about not taking highs within a range. So if we're on a 5 minute, failed to break the highs. It took out the highs here, filled the fair value gap, came up, hasn't taken out the highs, but now it's going to come in and fill this fair value gap here. So if that happens, there's no reason why that can continue higher. If that continues higher, that means that the price here will return back to where? We have a fair value gap here. So at least to this top here for continuation down, or comes and fills the whole fair value gap for a continuation down. Are we trading that? No. Because we're at equilibrium. Can we trade this long? You can if you can deal with a 30 pip move. That's why patience plays a role. Celebrate with a trade. Zen. Why would I trade if my setup is not ready? I've told you where I'm going to trade. If you trade for the sake of trading, you're not going to get this. You're not going to get all green days. We're not gamblers. We are traders. We make good money. The reason is we make good money is because we know our setups and we take them when they're ready. Unless you want to gamble away, and you see a lot of people doing this on demo accounts because it's easy on a demo account because it's not real money. I can very easily on a demo account put a trade here and say I'm shorting this, and then whatever happens, get more views. We do it the right way. Christopheros, do I trade the stock market? I do have a long-term plan on the stock market. So in the UK, we can you can buy what's called an ISA. So you can invest up to 20,000 a year into stocks and bonds. So I've done that on stocks, and it's slowly building up. It's given me good profits. About 30% is returned so far. So that's my long-term plan, and I'm planning to do that for my son as well. Who we missed? Nice sweep of the Asian range high. So that's the high of the Asian range. What advice would you give to someone juggling 9-to-5 hustle and trying to be consistent to trade? If you're the way we trade now, well, I trade. It wouldn't be ideal, but I could be able to trade around a 9-to-5 job. Why? Because we're not interested in taking positions in this area. So you know that for the next hour, unless there's a big volume spike, you can check what the price is doing around this area and what it's doing around this area. So you can have your 9-to-5 working, and then you can go to a toilet break. If price is anywhere here or here, you can then get your entry. That's how I would do it if I want to get out of the 9-to-5. Or you can swing trade. Instead of trading on a 5-minute, you throw this on a daily, analyze the daily, where do we think this is going to go, or the 4-hour. So you can check your price every 4 hours. And this you can see here the evidence on the 4-hour, because we haven't taken the highs, haven't taken the lows, haven't taken the highs, we're not going to take the lows, and the price is squeezing, and there's going to be a burst. So now what we're looking for is not to identify where that burst is, if it's going to be up or down. We want to react to the burst. We can't predict the move. We can anticipate where the price might go, but we can't predict it. What we can do is react to the price. My sell didn't work out last day on 5 minutes, fair value gap, but I stood with 3 pips stop. Re-entered higher at a 30-minute fair value gap, paid out. Yeah, so some people, what they do is put tight stops. Let's say we're shorting here. You get taken out here, and then you re-enter here. But how many times can you be taken out before you don't take the next trade? That's the only key thing about tight stops. You have to be consistent on being able to take that higher price, even though you've taken a few hits on 3 to 4 pips or more. That's investing, Christopher. So I've bought it, the stocks, about 80% stocks, 20% bonds, and I'm not going to touch that for like the next 50 years. 50 years? I'll be very old, 90. No, maybe earlier, 25 years. I like the way you analyze the markets. Thank you, Funny Moments. Funny Moments. Have you got a YouTube with Funny Moments, or is that like your name? That would be a very interesting name if your name is Funny Moments. I like that. So the price is below the Asian low. Careful, but yeah. So we've seen the Asian high, Asian low. We're still though. Look at this, guys. We're still in this range, a 30 pip range of the equilibrium. It's a coin toss at the moment. It's a coin toss of what the price is going to do. So what do? We just chat among us and we wait for the price to show us where the trade is. And that's how you become better. You don't jump in trades. Should we see what gold is doing? Where's my gold friend? It was spot gold, wasn't it? or do you remember what we discussed? And we said that the price is going to be coming in the sell side. It came in the sell side, consolidated around this area. Let's see on the daily. So it broke structure, failed to break the lows though. It did cover the sell side of this area here that we talked about. That's interesting. And do you remember how we were laughing about when I put boxes, it comes so close to this box. It's crazy. So we need to move our previous daily high, and we need to move also our previous daily low. So we're currently trading, price is trading round the bottom side of equilibrium. So what are we looking for? We're looking for opportunities for longs. This is for a day trade though, right? So you have to remember, we've got a weekly fair value gap here, which this can very easily come and tap into. Very clear fair value gap there. We're close to it, so it's highly likely that this comes and takes it out. So then we have to be aware of that if you're going long. Or you trade that short. If you want to trade that short, you would wait for the price to come higher, because we don't want to predict what it does. We want to be able to risk manage the trade. That's all we care about. Can I get in and out safely? That's what gives you consistency. So we're having a bit of a reaction on this low here. So we'll see if this is going to continue doing this in equilibrium. What does that mean for us? It means that we don't have a trade, guys. And that's okay. And that's okay, because the range, how are we going to make 50 pips when the price is raging in 30? That's gambling. You're looking for to make 40 to 50 pips on up and down the range. I don't like that way of trading. Now, if the price breaks down and it gives you a nice 40, 50 pip on one side, then we can also look for that retracement. Funny moments, not my name. Just thought one day of doing a channel with funny videos, but never done it. Okay, cool. Ahmad, good afternoon. Christophers wants me to show you a previous trade I've done. I have smart money concept by Lux Algo on my charts. I compare you to the indicator. Give me 1 second, guys. Just need to chart something. All right, we're back. Hi, Yanis, in the level of 104.925. Are we talking pound dollar, or is that gold now? I think you're talking about DXY. 104.925. 925. Shaq. Wait, is that the gold? Let's see, it might be gold. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, DXY. 104.925, so up here. What are we talking about? The wick on DXY, you don't think that is going there? You mean this wick here? No. This week? 925, that's up here. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Maybe elaborate on that and we'll have a look. So, my trading style is very different from you, but still all your insightful about analysis and management have been beneficial to me. That's great. Guys, everyone in trading trades differently. And whoever says that I follow this system, you don't really follow a system. You're following some certain rules of other traders, but you're reacting to your psychology. So every trader is individual. If you try and copy a trader, it's not going to work out because you don't have my experiences, how I deal with stress, how I don't deal with stress if I'm stressed, and so on. Every person is individual, and you have to take that into consideration. Yanis, analyze what's happening below the previous day's lows. What can we see there? The Saint, the previous daily low. So he's asking, if we go lower, how low can this go and what is below? So we have this 50% monthly, we can delete that now, and we have this swing low here. So this one here is sell side liquidity. We change that to sell side. It's a while to get there though, right? So 50% would make sense as a target because the price has been very heavy. I generally thought we're going to stay in the range of 106, 126. We didn't, we broke down. So the next logical prices is to come to the 121, because that is a fair value gap, 61.8 retracement. So the price can easily make its way down, but price doesn't go down directly. It pushes up, then comes down, pushes up, then comes down. So we don't worry about the bigger picture if we want to make 40 pips in a day. Okay, price is breaking down now. So we're getting close to taking out this swing low. So we've taken out 3 swing lows on the way down. We'll see if that, ideally we want it to push lower. There's no entry here, unfortunately, because if there was anything here, I think I would be taking this trade because I would be able to manage a 10 to 15 pip move. What I don't like managing is a 30 pip move. Oh, this guy is Greece origin. I'm half Greek, half English. Currently in Greece. Price is at NWOG. All these acronyms. What's NWOG again? Next week opening gap. Okay. Next week opening gap. There was do you mean like a price gap? From the open. Okay. I haven't followed that, so I am not following with that. Right, so we failed to break the lows here. Now we're having another reaction. We have this fair value gap. This candle needs to close though to see where it closes, but we do have this area here for a retracement. Caroline, Yanis, how long did it take to become profitable? overall, trading 2.5 years, because you can't exclude all the hard lessons, the losses. I think I've lost, over my career as a trader, I lost about 10 to 13k. It's all worth it though, because when you become profitable, you get 10Ks, 8Ks months. They very quickly pay those losses back. And you have a tool that's going to make you even more profitable in the future. Imagine going to university and saying, we take it for granted, right? I'm going to go and be a civil engineer and I'm willing to pay 9 grand a year for 4 years. So what's that? Let's say about around 50k plus the expenses. So you're willing to pay 60 to 70k in education for university. But when it comes to trading, you're expecting to be profitable within day one, and any loss is you being a failure and not a lesson. So see it like that. You don't, as long as what your losses are making you a better trader, and eventually it's going to give you a tool where you're going to be consistent for life, I think that is quite a good price to pay. Why does nobody trade natural gas or oil? Oil is a brutal market. This moves like crazy. Natural gas, I'm not sure. I know some people trade it, but I think it's quite, I don't know. But oil, you need to be on top of things. I enjoy your page. Learned a lot from there. Yeah, I haven't posted any written content on that. Let's go and see. I think I hope he hasn't closed, and it's on my old design when it was, oh no, it's run out. I need to pay my domain. Okay, that's something. Thanks for reminding me, Ebu. I'm gonna make the I need to go back and renew that. I actually need someone to redesign my account to make it all nice looking and interesting. So, a strong break below. What are the scenarios now? Worst case scenario for us is that price starts doing this. Donk, donk, and then comes back down, comes back. That I don't like that. I don't trade that. So if you are trading that, it's possible that you're trading a range. Let's put our indicators on. So we see the curving in, so that can very easily push back up. The Bollinger Band is still, can very easily come back to equilibrium. That will be filling this fair value gap there. But I don't like that. I won't be trading that. What you said is the best thing I have heard about trading. Which one is that? Nardi trading. I have to remember a few of these so we can make a little reel on YouTube Shorts and Instagram, because I need to get better at that. What's the index doing? Oh, we took the highs. So we took the highs. Where did it take the highs? Look at that. Spot on that fair value gap. Wow. 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 Look at that. Exact price. Wow. Okay, I won't say wow again. But that, I always get amazed on these reactions on the fair value gaps. Stop dead on price. Dead on price. Next fair value gap. We want this to come to this, which means the price will be going lower. So we want this price to push up. That's why it reacted. The reaction of the DXY is not taking the lows here. That's what reacted that price. However, we have the fair value gap on DXY higher, which it has gone into this fair value gap. So now we can see that. Tapped into the fair value gap here. So this would be nice if it continued lower to give us a price. And it's doing that. Hopefully it comes down to this area and maybe we get lucky to get our entries early. 11 o'clock. It's playing up nicely. Let's not hope for that range. We don't want that range. Let's go. So here we go. Fair value gap filled on the DXY. Ooh, a bit of movement coming on. Let's see if it fills that to the pip. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Buy side liquidity above here. And we also have a fair value gap. Let's zoom in case it does it again. Move this to fair value gap, buy side liquidity. So if this pushes here, and you can see here, this is not yet attempting to break the lows. It's quite high up. Could this be the low of the day? That's what we're starting to think. If the price doesn't want to go and fill this area. Still in the fair value gap. Come on, let's do a burst upwards into that 15 fair value gap. Push. Push high. Push low. Push high. Push low. That's what we're looking at. What's my favorite sport? I used to be a basketball player until I was, before I went to university, and tennis. My best performance in tennis, I was 12 years old. I was number 8 in Greece. That was my woohoo moment. And in basketball, I used to play for a good team in Greece called Peristeri, like National League. But then I went to university and did civil engineering. Hated it, and then did sports science. Could you share your thought? Let's see this reaction. Oh, broke through. So is this going to come here is the question now. We're getting some action though. This is good. Can we get involved here? 20 pips. Not bad. You see why we don't buy this here? Remember you said it broke the highs, filled fair value gaps. People were buying this fair value gap here. We're at equilibrium. It's too risky. Now we would be sitting in £300 loss. We don't want that. $300 loss. We take A setups, guys. Could you share your thoughts on connecting ICT with Scruffy only in price action and not in money management? In price action, we can't compare a lot because Scruffy looks at a lot of levels. I have some levels in here, I think. So that's like a monthly level. That was a weekly level. Came close to that weekly level and now it's pushing down to a monthly level. And Scruffy will trade within those ranges. Another one is overextended candles. Scruffy says overextended candles, which pretty much have fair value gaps. He uses fib retracements, whereas in ICT you look at fair values and liquidity draws. He also looks at dailies, so he calls them daddy levels for the dailies. Whereas in ICT you call them previous daily high and previous daily low, obviously, and the equilibrium. All the successful people in trading have common ground, because there's only one way you make money in the markets. Even though there's different systems and different ways of looking at the markets, it's pretty much the same price action that you're looking at and analyzing. So with the bullish news on the dollar, let's see what's happening. Okay, we've broken above, rejected 09. So if this is coming lower, we're looking for bullish. We want this, push higher, push higher. There's a few fair value gaps here that can be filled. The most predominant is on the equilibrium. So this is on a 15. We want the price to go higher though. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Come on, pound. Stay heavy. Let's look at the indicators. Still low, but it's getting very low, which means there's going to be a reaction. Bollinger Band is holding at the lower extremes. That's if you like indicators. Fair value gaps is someone else's support resistance. Support resistance, I would say, is closer to liquidity draws, because, like, let's say this is resistance. There's no fair value gap here, but this area would be a liquidity draw. Whereas this is a fair value gap. There's no real support resistance here. If that makes sense. Hi Chris, Mark, daddy levels trading in similar. I agree. Pending long. Manus is going long on 123306. Let's see where you're going in. 3306. Very specific. Why here? Let me guess. Is that the 50? No. Why here? Taking out the lows of this, but why there exactly? I'm intrigued. Let's see, the dealer index is pushing down. Fill the fair value gaps. Possible continuation down to this fair value gap. Bring the price back to equilibrium, which would mean a heavy selling opportunity on US dollar, means that the pound dollar is going higher. Unfortunately, we don't want that to happen. We want a better price. Come on. We want the price to push down. Keep pushing down. New subscriber Mohammed Abdullah. Sorry about the coughing. Subscribers, how many we got? 3,800. We broke into the 200 for 4K. And then, guys, we would go into within the 1,000 of the Discord community. break up. Let's see. Here's a question. If I did a book in detail about repositioning, not that I would do it now, when I retired, how much would you pay for it? Out of interest. Price is coming a bit higher. Smash that like button. DXY says, is that dollar index your name? Do you love the dollar index? And thanks for the prompt. It always helps. I think we reached, what was the highest? I would have to see in the analytics afterwards, but we definitely went above 200 views at some point, which is, it's big for our channel. So Black Clover, he would pay $22 for the repositioning. It's quite interesting how people think. Imagine someone giving you something that you can make millions, but you're willing to pay $22. Oh, he's gone down, it's $15. Depending on how good the book is. So, we want this to push higher. Come on. Come on, green candles. Push higher. You've covered the fair value gap. You've had the reaction. There's no reason why you can't come up into this buy side liquidity. Positive news on the dollar. Dollar edges low. I love these news. We're seeing push up on the 15-minute candles. We've had, since the open, we're going higher. The news are saying 4 to 4 minutes ago that is going lower. So gold seems to be crashing, creating more fair value gaps. Let's have a look at gold. I need to add it into, oh no, we do have it, don't we? We need to see what color we put it in. I think it was gold. Let's see the spot gold. Spot gold crashing. It's gone into this fair value gap. I agree with that. It failed to break the high. Could this be in play? Not that. Higher, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, question mark. Is ranging within equilibrium, so stay a bit safe on that one. Go to our favored pound dollar. That looks different. Where's our, this is the one we want. Wow, look at the difference in price. Here we've got this wick down here. If you go on a different pound dollar, it looks completely different. Forex.com. This looks like it's taken liquidity, filled a fair value gap here to the upside. On the chart that we're looking now, we have this. Wait, is that on the same time frame? So different. British pound USD. That is very different shape. Still the fair value gap got filled though. It's just this wick looks different. You see that? Okay, so Yanis, could you consider recording videos from positions that you haven't taken during the live streams? For example, Rafa, I need a life. I can't just be on YouTube all day long. I do have a son. If I do these trades and then record the afternoon session, well, my trades on the phone, it would just take me the whole day. Pablo, not more than $50, I think, but it depends on the content issue. It's interesting. Scott, bro, you have helped me so much with patience. I have been in profit 5 out of 6 days and making my way closer to passing the prop challenge. Do you know what? That makes me so happy. So happy. I failed quite a few challenges through having big losses. A failed challenge is not failed unless you don't get funded. So if you get funded after 3 attempts, the 3 attempts were needed for you to learn the lessons to pass the challenge. So don't look at failure as a fail towards what your goal is. It's just process. You're stepping up each step closer and closer to becoming financial free. That's what we all want. This didn't happen for me overnight. I had fails. Up to I used to have, I don't know, a 6K fail one day. The other, back in 2021, I had an 8K fail because I thought I knew how I was consistent. I was consistent 80% of the time, and then I would have a big loss. It would take everything out. So you need to be, when you identify that you're consistent, that's when you need to be frugal and slowly build your account. Don't jump lot sizes. For me, for instance, I could very easily put a 5 lot and 10 pips would be $500, but that would be ludicrous the way I manage my trade. That's why I need bigger accounts to lead how I make money. I don't want my lots to be the reason I'm making money. I want my process to be the reason I'm making money. And through the process, the lot size is going to increase naturally. I took that trade at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you took this. Yeah, it might be a good trade. Depends on how much you're aiming for. What do you get in? You went up 2, 3, 4, 2, 5. 4, 2, 5. So here, for me, I need to see more. That's 9 pips to that fair value gap and an equilibrium. But it might work out. 30 pips to the swing high. That's if you get the whole move. We're still ranging in this equilibrium side. Yanni, the overnight candle is only the upside, so it filled the gap over there. That way people say new weekly open gap. Okay, I understand. I see what you're saying, Rafa, about only lives. I need to think. Well, here's a poll. If we did some videos, because in order to have some videos that are going to help traders, there need to be obviously some basic stuff, but there also need to be, would a video like ICT 22 for dummies or something like that, where explain how you can use the ICT 2022 concept, but break it down to a very concise video that is 40 minutes or whatever. And that exists. You can always go and look back at that, and it can always help you. Would that be a nice little video that you would want? Or another one might be each episode, my explanation of what Michael is trying to say on the ICT without the fluff. You can hire an editor, Yanis, and also make shorts based on your life. I agree. Do you know how expensive editors is? And to be fair, it's, you know, it's a full-time job. So until I make 20K a month, you know, an editor might want $30 a video. And if it's a long video, it might take them a few hours. So yeah, it's you have to invest money into it. Your psychology would definitely lead you to 50K and plus per month. 50K profits. Right, let's think about this logically. Right, so we had a 10K month before March when I got my new account. I didn't trade these few, so this is another 10K month, but I didn't manage to trade Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of $500, so it would be more than 10K. Here we had 8K without 2 days. So that's roughly, yeah, that would have been 9K. And this month, obviously I couldn't trade for the reasons you know, but we're still hitting, I haven't put the 26th in, I need to put that in. That's another $600 here, I think. And then today, we'll see what we make today and 2 more days. So we're gonna reach about 6 to 7K, hopefully this month. For me to make 50, it would mean 5 times what I'm currently making. So unless I have 5 accounts that they copied, currently have 1 that I'm going to build, that's going to take a bit of time, and that's okay. But I'm not going to cap my profits. Exactly. That's great if you can break down the mentorship. I think a lot of people would gain value from it. Yeah, that might be a nice little project to do. Like each episode, what is the lesson from it? Concise mentorship 2022. Michael will hate me, won't he? If not want people to. Thanks, Marcel. I'm learning editing right now. I'll do it for less for you. Heartache. Maybe the Discord, you will have a very passionate editor that will do it for free. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't believe in free though. That is, you know, if someone's doing work, it needs to be paid. I hate people that, you know, unless they're learning something through doing it free, like an experience. But if you're working for someone, you need to be paid. Yeah, ICT without blabbering. That could be a title. ICT without blabbering 2022. So for now, it's moving towards equilibrium, which is not good for going into trade. Yeah, I know some of you took this trade. I can understand why. For me, bank holiday is showing bank holiday movement at the moment, which is quite rare because I normally get some nice movements on bank holiday. You see, we're getting the reaction of that, which we didn't want. But let's say we don't go higher now, and this comes here and then does that. That would be nice, or at least into buy side. Let's hope for that, or let's hope for that straight up. Those two would be great. I think I've learned from my mistakes, but my biggest thing was patience and only take A setups. Like today, for instance, I'm up 0.5%, and now I'm thinking I don't want to give it that up. Right, so giving up profits is something that we need to change in our mindset. Because if your trade is right, and you've reached your target, then obviously you're done for the day. But if you haven't reached your target, but the right profit is there, you don't want to go in the mindset that I don't want to lose what I've had, because your trade is a valid trade and it's a good trade. So we always want to get the good trades. We don't want to trade from fear of missing profits. We always want to trade with logic, that what we want to trade, but also we do want to trade when it presents itself. So here we anticipated that this coming up to high here. Now if that breaks higher, it's going to be that ranging moment that we don't like. I can just imagine the ICT rant if you do the ICT demos for, yeah, anything with ICT is just, you attract a lot of people with a lot of passion, and you kind of have to learn to avoid it. Kula Magi. Kula Magi? I'm not sure what that is. News on the dollar should bring in a lot of speculators. Market makers would totally build up liquidity from the gamblers before making a move. We'll have a look at that into Malik in terms of news for the week. Building trade right now. Some people have entered here. That's been a 9 pip move. That's too shallow for me. If we look at the story though, think like an analyst for a second. What's happened? We've been building position up to this point here, exactly to that order block here, if you like order blocks, to the pip pretty much. And then it sold off, took out the low, the low, the low, 3 lows, broke this structure. So now it's coming back up. This is looking like a nice short opportunity. However, I'm not taking that because we're at equilibrium. I can't deal with that. Great psychology, brother. How much capital are you managing, and what is your profit target for the month? My target for the month is 10k at this current scenario, but I do want to go higher a lot faster. Now we've proven ourselves that we're consistent. I want to build, I've just built a second account. So in total, the funds from the Fivers are 250 account on Bootcamp and a 20k account on Instant Funds. So that's $270,000. And hopefully that will double and become bigger very soon. Who did I miss? Perhaps Bruce. Hello, Bruce. What time is it there? 5 o'clock a.m. or something ridiculous. Perhaps one-to-one mentorship in exchange for video editing. Would someone be up for that? An hour mentorship a week, and I get my video edited. That could be a good deal. Please tell me I'm gonna make ICT just because you have serious voice. Black Clover. Maybe I think there will be interest for the ICT mentorship videos. It definitely helped me, so making a concise video on it, that might be good. I need to that means I have to re-watch the videos. That's going to be a tough one, but it will be a nice series, wouldn't it? And maybe for my son when he's older, he might want to be a trader, so then I have a little series that I can give him. UJ is dropping. USD JPY. The Chromebook Trader YouTube sent me to you. Your content is great, thanks. Appreciate that, Sean. I also appreciate that. The Chromebook Trader. Let's have a look. Who's Chromebook Trader? The Chromebook trader. Does live streams. Silver Bullet, ICT. So he's an ICT trader. Nearly 5,000K. He's done one live. Nice. He's done a bit of breakdown of analysis, I guess. Nice. Right, let's look at the week's news. Big moves. Let's see we don't miss any movements. No, that's pushing higher. I like this one more, but let's do this week. So Tuesday we have CB consumer confidence at 5. So nothing to worry in the morning until Wednesday, even Thursday. No morning news, so no London Open news this week. We have afternoon news, New York. That's maybe we need to do an afternoon session on either Friday, non-farm payroll. That might be fun. Shall we do let's do that, NFP. The channel is my name. Christophorus, are you the Chromebook trader? I can't see anything else. New subscriber, gbpusd, welcome. Welcome to the channel and to the community. We've hit 3,812. We're getting closer. Shall I show you the Discord I've been working on? Let me see if I can show you. Oh, it won't let me show you that. Okay, well, we'll have to wait for 5,000 to show you. But I'm working on what's interesting about Discord, and I'm learning about it, is that you can use what called bots. Bots can help you run a Discord group efficiently. So that's something that I need to learn. A lot of people are here from Chromebook. I might have to watch one of his videos. Sounds like a cool guy. I see a good sell at 2353. 2353. So you want to sell the fair value gap and the equilibrium. I can also see that we have break of structure, taking out the lows, coming back to fill a fair value gap. I don't mind that move. I don't mind it. I mind that though. Could we deal with a 400 one lot position? No, I'm not going to short equilibrium, guys. I don't do that. I just don't do that. Maybe this trade, someone took it. Maybe we could get involved in this, but it's not enough. It's only 16 pips if you caught the bottom. Which pair we're on? You can see it above here is British pound to USD dollar. I'm the opposite of fond of NFP. Yeah, I don't trade NFP, but I like the volatility of NFP. Sometimes it would give you like an extreme price where it's quite easy to trade. Maybe we'll do it. We'll see. Friday, this Friday. So let's do a poll. Start a poll. Shall we do London Open on Friday or NFP? Obviously NFP is in the afternoon. And I know we don't have the people that like the afternoon session in, but let's do it. Kill that. Add. Shorts 45. I'm a new subscriber. Hello. Can I join your community? You are in the community right now. There are some really cool guys in here, all ICT traders, and from Scruffy Trader if you haven't heard him. We trade every day live. Unfortunately, we haven't found a trade yet. That's why you're seeing live trades 0. Do both. Peter, I need a life. Same as Rafa. Rafa is asking me to do videos in the afternoon. TCT, the conscious day trader. The conscious trader. Actually, I was thinking of the conscious trader. The conscious trader. I think it was, but it was also a woman that was doing clothing or something. So it was the website was taken, everything was taken. So I do day trade, so it made sense to do the day trader. Mohammed, not yet. I don't have a Discord yet, but if you can see the number here, which is growing, let's do the mouse to get bigger. This one. We're at 3,810, which would, as soon as we hit that 5,000 mark, we are getting I need to change the color of that. White is not showing very well, but we are getting a Discord. So Christopher is asking, when I make a Discord, would I do lives there and not on YouTube? No, the Discord is more of a community where, the live is 3 hours, but Discord can run all day. So you guys can be trading and chatting with it. I'll be watching you. If I have some free time, I can answer some questions. I think it's quite fun, to build that community. Then you can see if there's any videos that have been posted. You can see them on there as well. In the future, we can do some events. Bank holiday in UK, USA, Germany, France, and Switzerland. You are right. There's a lot of bank holiday today. However, if you shorted this move, it still gave you 37 pips. That was a good move. Oh, that was a good move. Above the Asian high. So someone traded it. What do they call it? The silver bullet. Which time frame you know best? All time frames. I look at time frames in terms of, longitudinal. Look at monthlies. You can see what the picture is. You understand what's happening on the pound dollar. That's why I've put the retracements of the 50 and the 61. Weeklies, you can identify where we are in terms of, the double top that we had here on the pound dollar, the fail to break below, and then a continuation higher, which now is sitting on that double top here. It took the highs out, pushing down. So when you look at the weekly, the pound dollar is looking quite weak, even though this has been a has been buying, consolidating and buying. It looks like it started to retrace a little bit. Then the daily is where we do our previous daily highs and lows from the 2022 mentorship. And 4 hours, you start tuning in and you can see the heavy price on the pound dollar confirmed. 1 hour, we're seeing that a little bit of reaction to take the highs here. 15 minute is my trading arena. I like the 15 minute. I do all my analysis on the 15 minute. And then on the lower 2 onwards, I start looking for fair value gaps and where we can get in. Hope that covers everything on shorts. Recommended approach to ICT mentorship. 2022 mentorship, that's all I've done. I haven't looked at anything else. I think it would be nice to do a live in Discord. Oh, you mean like so we're all live with cameras and so on? Yeah, we can do that. We can do like an event where we can meet in person. Process is key, absolutely. You are good as your mindset. Absolutely, I agree with all those comments. Unfortunately, what happens in this industry is people think that it's easy because you're just pressing buy and sell. But think about it. We've done a live now for 2 hours. Do you know how many people have lost money in these 2 hours? It's a ridiculous amount because people will be buying off this fair value gap here, thinking the price is going down. Now they're in deep red and people will be selling this, but who knows, this must climb up. If the price is the patience of 2 hours, we still have all our weapons to make money and we're risk free. Whereas someone who was eager and wanted the price to go to the previous daily high, for instance, he's now sitting in a lot of pain. And that's what trading is knowing when to wait. Don't be that guy who just jumps in and then needs to manage that trade. Don't do that. In which part of 2022 he's talking about previous daily highs and lows? Most of them have them, but you're right, Marcel. 18 is a very, very good video. It breaks down bias from the dailies, and I think that's one of the best videos of the 2022 mentorship. But people who only see that video don't do well. You need to see the whole 42 videos that he has. For me, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3 is the sell for the day. I only risk 5 pips. New subscriber, Rolabit. Welcome. Some new names in here. Community building. We've been averaging 193 views live, which is a lot better than yesterday and the other days. So the community is growing. They're seeing the value, and they're nice people. Everyone is here is super nice. I don't know if you've noticed, but you go in other lives and there's some brutal people arguing, and hopefully we can attract good people that want to improve and they want to get green days, all green days, but to do it the proper way, not the fast way, but not the slow way, to have that good pace. Hey bro, are you expecting DXY to go higher? Let's see. That's what I'm expecting it. You can see now it's coming into that fair value gap now. Coming down to that equilibrium. Maybe break down the equilibrium to fill that fair value gap and push higher. That's what I want, because that would mean our pound dollar is setting up. Why are people trading today? Why not? If you're looking for 30 pips, you could have had the 30 pips here. That arguing is going to happen when the subs go up. Hopefully your name, Zen Space, will help to calm everyone down. I think your whole name is the attraction of this community. Consciousness is the number one thing to strive for on this planet. We all have consciousness. It are just the filters of our egos. Some deep thought there, Marcel, and I totally agree with you. Trading is all about what we do consciously and subconsciously, because the subconscious mind is just an aftermath of our conscious thinking. So if we're constantly thinking negatively about our trades, our subconscious is trying to adapt to a negative environment. So let's say I come into the trading environment today and I'm thinking, I don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose money. What is that feeding the subconscious mind? Doubt. It's feeding doubt. You're in there from fear. You're trading from fear. Imagine Messi, the footballer, going into a game thinking, I don't want to lose this game. I don't want to lose the game. I don't want to lose this game. What is he attracting? He's attracting everything that comes with failure. Now compare that to, and do I use prop firms? Yes, I'm trading fully on prop firms. The fibers is what I'm trading on. Currently on 270,000 capital. So if you attract the positive, and it's not only the fairy like manifestation stuff. Manifestation works, but yes, if you do it wrong, you're just like, I want to make $1 million. That means nothing. Absolutely nothing. What's a more realistic approach is, I've got 8 stages to pass my milestones and I'm going to get $1 million account. That $1 million account, I'm going to return about 2 to 3%, which is going to give me about, 20, 50 grand a month. And slowly I'm going to build up that account. That's going to give me 40, 60,000 a month. That's how you build and manifest. You don't just hope and look at everyone and say, one day I'm going to be a millionaire. Good riddance. Let's all become millionaires like that. It doesn't happen like that. You need a plan. You need to put that energy into the universe and into subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is going to feed. It's feeding from your conscious thought. Right, where are we? Deep conversation there. That I blame myself for that. New sub, Pacolo Supreme. Been following your beautiful trades. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Can you check GJ? Should we do that? I'm seeing we're currently at this fair value gap here. So we're going to see the reaction if this is going to take the full fair value and do that. That would be what I want. I want this. I'm going to be in a trade if this happens. Ideally this. But anything below here, I would be very interested. So, Kimberly, do you recommend going for a small account on a prop firm, 5 to 10K, instead of a small live account when starting out? I've been forward testing for nearly 6 months. How is the forward testing going? That's my first. It's all down to your performance. If you're consistent and you have a big enough capital that will provide you your monthly salary that you want, then go for it. But what does consistency mean? And everyone says, at least 12 months or 2 years consistency. No, when you're consistent, you know it. Like I knew when I was consistent because I went into the trade. Every day I go in to win. I have no doubts, 0 doubts that I'm not going to make money today. 0. It doesn't come into my brain. I don't understand how I would lose. And that's the mindset that comes from consistency, because your history is proving that daily. Since January, we hadn't had a lost day, a red day. And these are $500. Yes, not all days. We've had some 500, 500, 700, 200. We had some days that were overrun. So this 400 is actually 600 broken down in 2 days. So that would be $300 a day, 275 there. I don't every day hit my target, but I do hit my green target, and it's above $200. So we're super happy with that. Mindset. I know mindset is something that everyone's like, it's necessary in trading. Yes, of course it's necessary in trading. But the thing is what is important about mindset? Because not every mindset is important. You need to build habits that are coming from confidence. They need to build coming from realistic targets. For me, it's quite realistic to say that I can make $500 a day because I can see it. It's happened. That's my target. Yes, it might be a bit lower sometimes, but then it might be double that sometimes. You have to be realistic of where you are on your journey. Can you make $200? Can you make $2,000? You have to be realistic with that. And use that then. You look at your analytics. Use that. If you're hitting 90% win rates, you can be confident that your daily returns are going to come and you can risk a little bit more. But if you're not at that stage, then you need to be realistic at what stage are you. So to answer your question, Kimberly, doing a prop firm where you have some rules, for instance, like stop out levels, where you need to build a bit of a buffer, where you're going to slowly build that confidence in that you are consistent. I think that's a better way to go until you can prove that you are making money and money's coming out. Like I've pulled out 16K from the other account, so from this account, in 3 months. So the $260,000 now. So I can take another 5K in 8 days. But that consistency has been since last August, July. So I know my performance. Why would I start doubting my trades when I go in? So build that consistency through any sort of prop firm. And when you can see it, and maybe you have some money saved up, you will know when you're consistent and you're ready to go. A bit long-winded answer there, but I think it's important for you to. We need to change the mindset about thinking about losses. Everyone focuses on stop losses. Everyone focuses on risk reward. I need to risk this to make this. No. Don't focus on that. Focus on how to become profitable. Focus on the process. Take the best entries, the best trades. Why take an average trade just to be in a trade? Doesn't make any sense, guys. Take trades that are going to pay you. It's a job. You're getting paid good money. And you're doing it from your home, wherever. I think that's the mindset you need to have, that I'm going to be paid. It's going to take this amount of time. This is how long it's going to take me to pass this challenge. The next challenge is going to give me a bigger account. After the bigger account, I'll be able to have a bigger stop loss or whatever, how you're doing your risk. And then you're slowly building your accounts and your mindset is changing. You don't start thinking of losses. You start thinking of winning. Kimberly, at Fiverr, the bootcamp account is only $95. That's what I did. I did the bootcamp, and now it's built up to $250,000. How do you know when to wait? So we're waiting now because we're waiting for either this move or we're waiting for this move. I would like to trade here, and I would like to trade here. Why? Because the price is consolidating around equilibrium. This is where the most price has been traded. Do I want to be a sheep? No. What do? We wait. Why? Because this is overpriced, this is oversold, and there's going to be a reaction. If that doesn't happen, it will happen tomorrow. That's how you make money. I'm a new trader. I don't understand why most experienced traders trade Forex rather than crypto, in which they can milk the markets. All right. Crypto doesn't, first of all, crypto is a very new market. Forex is the oldest market. It's the biggest market. It's the most predictable market. You know when the news are coming out. You know the range. In crypto, a tweet from Elon Musk might throw 100% up or down. Whereas here, you know Fed is coming, you know NFP is coming. So you can stay either out of the market or you can wait for the reaction. There's a reason they're most experienced say in Forex, because it's the safest way to trade and the most predictable way to trade. I'm from India. You will know about India and the Indian invest in stock market, but I still learn the FX. Yes, stock market for investing. I am an investor as well. I've bought quite a few indexes. So a combination of stocks, the S&P 500, and I just let that do its course because it does over the years bring some good profits. But this job is making money on a daily basis. What account size will you increase the using one lot size you use? Good question. Now I'm going to do two things. I'm either going to stick on the one lot, but I'm going to add accounts. So instead of making 500, I'll make 3 accounts, 1,500 and 4, 2K a day. Or I'm going to start building that buffer. So for instance here, on the bigger account, we're currently next milestone to get 275,000 is 74% away. So then every profit that I take out, I will leave some in to build that account. So what's that? 240, we're at 260. That's 20K buffer in there. So that way we can be confident that we can lose. We use our stop loss that we use it around £2,000. Fair value gap filled. Now we're having the reaction. Let's see if that does what we were thinking. Please do come down there, and then we're going to get involved because we need to get paid. Thanks from Zambia. Hi, Squick Miracle. Don't forget your likes, Marcel. Appreciate that. How to get barley ketas, if you don't mind. Drop me a message on Instagram DM, and I'll share to you what we did. But you've got two types of barley ketas. One is investment ketas, and the other one is sort of like a 2-year ketas where you can go in. Do you go live each time you trade or trade off live too? I do trade off live. So for instance, now we haven't made our $500 that we normally want to make. It is a bank holiday, so we'll see how it goes. But after this, in half an hour's time, I will be looking for, still be on my phone trading, because we know where we're getting in and where we're getting out. It appears they swept the Asian highs and the lows. Absolutely. We swept the highs. Kill that. And we swept the lows. Failed to break this low here. And now we're going to have another attempt. Did you just say, where are we? Messi? I'm going to find you 100 subscribers. A football fan here and a Messi fan. New recent subscriber is Aaron. Welcome. With your strategy, short entry would be when the candle closes below equilibrium and then fair value gap below it. So overall, we're looking at extremes. At the moment, we're not in extreme zone. We're just consolidating here. So I find that really risky. Because if you're buying here, you have to deal with this price coming to the previous daily lows, because price tends to like to go to either equilibrium, previous daily high, previous daily low. Now, if we're selling here, we have to deal with the gap between the previous daily high and equilibrium. So that's still too risky. So I don't like trading. This was close to where I trade, but obviously this is at yesterday's trade. We had Friday's trade, sorry. We did trade this. So that was off the fair value gap. So this is a nice area I would like to get involved. This is another area I'd like to get involved. Yo, do you like Brenton? I'm not aware of that person. Search him up. Do I want to search him up? Sounds a bit dodgy. Thanks for taking my clock display suggestion. I think similarly, if you display wins and losses and break-even trades for the month, we can get subscribers fast. Just another suggestion. I don't have losses. We only wins. So we're going to have to... do you mean the closures, or like the $2-3 of repositioning? I don't count them as losses. I look at the day. That's how I see losses and days, because within these, let's say, let's take a big trade, 8 trades, there might be 2 positions. Let's have a look. So these 3 losses, they're not losses, they're just closures of repositions. So you can see I had a 310, that's probably the closure of the reposition of this. 500 probably that. The $1 obviously is a reposition. So all these 3 positions were, I don't count them as losses, because overall in the day, we made $1,200. So daily losses and daily green days, maybe we can have a tally of green days. That might be nice. But thanks, Harry, for the suggestion. The latest TED Talk actually helped me with that mistake I made today, Yanis. Thank you. Just took an average trade just to sake. I just took an average trade just for the sake of to be trading, and that's the thing. That's the difference, guys. That is the exact difference of being profitable and not being profitable. In any job, why would you ever take an average trade? If you're selling t-shirts and you're selling it at $10 and someone comes and says, I can give you $5, but it will be now, would you want it? You wouldn't sell that, because you know the t-shirt probably cost you $4 to make. You wouldn't do that in real life, but in trading, suddenly we're just taking average prices. Why? Don't do it. Be like the professional traders. You only wait for good opportunities, and some days you have to wait longer than others. You might have to wait in the US session. Give me a second, I need to close this door. Good advice. Who else? We would like you to do the ICT mentorship for your son. Maybe even he wants to be a trader like you. Yeah, I've got the first picture of my son's trading is when he's 4 months on the front of a big screen. He hasn't got a clue what he's looking at, but one day I think he will appreciate it if he becomes a trader. Bank holiday, isn't it? It is bank holiday. You are right. But markets are still moving, and they have moved. Let's have a look how much they've moved. They moved more than Friday, I believe, so far. Pips. We've had 37, same as Friday. London kill zone. So good movement today. just not the movement that we like in terms of entering. Let's see the DXY. DXY is doing what we've predicted. Look at that. So it came down, touched into there, now it's pushing up. So we want to see that pushing higher, which means pound dollar coming lower to this area where would you be interested in get involved. The poll, we forgot the poll. 74%, wow, big number, are more interested in the London Open than NFP. Okay, you have spoken. I know we haven't included the US people. Maybe I'll do a poll on the community later today to see if whoever wants to do NFP or the other one. Copier, how much does it cost? I think it's $20 to have 2 accounts. It goes up, more accounts you have. What copier do I use? Social Trader is the copier. Aman, is it bank holiday? Yes, it is. Okay, Peter is asking, and I see you trade 1 lot, but do you trade more? My overall exposure can be up to 10 lots. Doesn't mean I'm trading a 10 lot trade. So let's look at, because last trade was, if we go to history, custom period, we go Friday, last 3 days includes, does it include? No, we need more than 3 days. If we go to last week, where's my trades? That's weird, it's not showing my trades. 28th. Oh, it's taken this week, that's why. So these are the trades. I always 1 lot, but some of them were taking $200, others 100, 17 pips, and so on. So I break the trade down with a maximum exposure of 10 lots to reposition each of those. I've not gone to 10 lots this year, so I always go to 4 lots is like normal, and that would be 1 lot and then another lot to reposition that 1 lot, but then it might not reposition that lot and it might go lower, so then I wait for it to reposition and I end up having 4 positions, which in reality is 2 positions at a better price. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but when you see a live trade, it's easier. If you look at the previous videos in live trading, oh, this is doing what we want, hopefully. Come and take the lows, and then we will get involved. Come and take these lows. That's what we want. What prop firm do I use? Is Fibers. Yanis, can you give us a fresh beat? I know I promised new beats. I had a quick look. I didn't like any of the new beats on Artlist. If you have something that you recommend and is copyright free, then I would definitely consider it. I understand that you're waiting for the sell side liquidity, but aren't you concerned that once that level is breached, the price may go very low? On the daily chart, it seems like the price might continue to decline. Okay, valid question from Rafa. So I am interested in getting involved in this area, right? But Rafa is saying, look at that pin on the daily. Are you not worried of this coming down? I'm calculating that it's highly likely that it will come down. However, because we're day trading, I deem that a trade from here to the upside, I can risk manage it. At the moment, I can't risk manage it because it's way high up. I would have to deal with 43 pips. 2 positions of that is $870. I would be exposed very quickly. And imagine the price coming down to this. $80. So that would be $1,600 loss. I can't manage that. But even this little move down to this area, suddenly everything becomes more manageable. $200. $1,200 sounds a lot better. Even at the extremes, we're doing at $1,600 if it's at the retracement of 50%. And by that time, I have managed the trade and made profits. I hope that makes sense. And again, I'm going to challenge you to change the thought about, don't bring the negative thought into it. Look at your language. Are you not, where is it? I think you said worried or something. Are you concerned? We don't want to bring that language into our training. What we're doing is this a good price to get in? Is it a logical price to get in? If it's not, where's the next best opportunity? What is the risk management around this opportunity? Can I manage this trade? Doesn't that sound better? Am I concerned is this price going to go down here? Because a concern means that something's going to go wrong. You don't want that in your trading. You know that your trade is going to work out because you're going to be calculated in your entries. You're going to be calculated in your risk management. And that way, you're going to be able to get out with profit. Change the language. I am having trouble. Here we go again. Because I'm jumping from 15-minute chart to the daily chart and getting confused. Okay, so the daily chart, this trade might take 2-3 days to play out. If you're a swing trader, then that's fine. Anything below the 4-hour, you're looking at your day trade, your current day trade. So we're looking at price to react for 30 to 50 pips. We're not so much worried about what it's going to do tomorrow. We want today. Christopheros, on the 3-minute and the 1 minute, it gave me a good trade on the short. Let's have a look. Yeah, that fair value gap. However, what you're looking for, that's only 11 pips. So for me, that would be $110 with the risk of this pushing up to the previous daily high. So for me, I couldn't trade that. If it comes down to here, it would give you 22 pips, which is still $202. Still not good for me. When you're on a trade or in a loss, then what's your strategy to put layers after how many pips? To put layer. Not sure I understand that, Musa Mail. When you're on a trade in a loss, what's your strategy to put layer? Are you saying when do I add or like when do I break? So let's do this. Let's say I want to trade 4 lots in total. You could go and put 4 lots here. Imagine you put 4 lots. So every 10 pips that goes down, that's $400 loss. Now if I break that 4 lots into 4 places, now I can reposition them. So I would have 1 lot there, 1 lot there, 1 lot there, 1 lot there. That's the same trade as in having a 1 entry of 4 lots here. The only difference is that if this goes back, I can't reposition it. I would be losing money or making money. Whereas this, if the price does this, comes back down, I can kill this trade. Now I've got a better price and it's lower. Comes down here, doesn't come up, and comes and triggers another 2 positions. But then the price comes back up here. I kill that position. Now suddenly my break-even point is here. We're break-even already. From up here, I've managed to risk manage that trade. If the price goes down even further, now I can add my 3rd position. Or if the price comes gives him profit, kill that. This kills that. This position, if it goes higher, gives me my 20 pips times 2, $500. There you go. That's another 2 explanations in a row of the repositioning. Can you show the full name of that session indicator? Yes. FX Market Sessions by Boy Toki. One good theory is Elliott wave. I've heard of Elliott waves. I don't like indicators generally, and Elliott waves is very subjective because do you count this is the first wave? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it sells off? Or do you count like 1, ignore this, and then you go, this is the second, third? I find it quite subjective. I like price action because it's not subjective. How do you choose the best PD areas? Previous PD? What's PD? Previous daily? Previous daily would be the previous daily candle. It would be the top wick, highest price, smallest price. And that's from the 2022 mentorship. Okay, it's not breaking the low, unfortunately. And now it's showing signs. We just want that to push lower. Give us that entry. I also noticed that mostly the trade direction per day is in one direction. Did you say there's a prop account for $20? Don't know about that one. $20. That's cheap. 20,000 maybe. How much it cost? $95 to do a boot camp. I know that one. Do I do one direction? Friday I traded both directions. London was normally between a London kill zone. It's one direction, and then in the afternoon might be another direction, depending on the setup. Like now, if the price, at the moment we're considering longs with what's happening here. But if the price comes up here, suddenly we're looking for shorts. How long after ICT 2022? It was instant that I found consistency. I generally just understood what he was talking about. Price action, time, it made sense to me. I live traded it straight away, it worked, and then I developed it with my risk management and never looked back. Why would you not look to short to the lows, Yanis? From here to the lows, because it's 15 pips. $300. If that fails to break the lows, my risk is 50. So 500, about $1,000. I can't take that. I think he said layering, I see. Is that a new term for repositioning? Have you considered taking partial profits? It increased my win rate by a lot. I do not take partials just because it's the things are working for me. Like we've been looking at this, which is my trade sync. If you want this, by the way, there's a discount in the description. Where is it? Monthly. Is it that one? No, we want the calendar. Oh, no, we can see this. But we've had green days since January 1st. So when something's working, don't change it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and that will pay you. If something is working for you, obviously, don't change it. Premium discount areas, I see. What was the question again about premium discount? Let's see, Marcel. We had a question on Someone asked me about how do I identify premium discount. Sorry, that was the question. So premium discount is anything below equilibrium is discounted, anything above is premium. Obviously, the lower you get, the more discounted price you get, the higher you get, more premium price you get. So that's why I'm waiting for price to come down so we can trade it at a discounted level. The best friend is patience and time. Is there any reason why bootcamp is so cheap? Yes, bootcamp is cheap because there's high fail rates. You have to return 15% in 3 challenges without losing the same amount of money. So you're doubling your account 3 times. That's how I managed to get funded, but it's not an easy way through. But at the same time, it's accessible to anyone who has $95. So in order to get a 100K account. Where is the next draw to liquidity on the DXY? Let's have a look. What we anticipated is happening nicely. This is what we wanted. We can see now it's coming in. The obvious liquidity draws that will need to break through is the highs of this. So we're looking at this buy side liquidity here to be taken out. Then we don't want a reaction to the downside. We want it to push higher into this fair value gap on the 15 area. Why? Because that means that pound dollar will become in more discounted price. Where are we? Do you keep a tally on how many trades you reposition over a period? If the count go lower on a period by period basis, it means you are entry captured. I've definitely decreased the number of trades I'm taking, and that's something that I'm tracking. So back here, let's see. The most 10 repositions, 12, 16. That's a big day. 16 repositions. This month, this one we had 4, 4, 5, 4, 1, 5, 2, 4. Really good month. And you can see here on the total trades, 25 trades on this week, 37 on this week. So a lot of repositions. The problem with reposition is I not only have to reposition, but for it to be break even, it cost me $4 to open a lot. So I need to be making $4 before I close it for not to be a loss. Because if I cut it at a loss, let's say I cut it at $10 loss, that also includes the $4. So then it's $14 loss. So we are looking, when we're repositioning, we want to be break even so we can get like a grand out of 6 trades. If we look at these trades, 3 losses, 3 profits. So these repositions, 77 plus 4, so 80 something, but I closed that when the profit was 557. So that outweighs, makes sense. You should pay the rest when you finish the... Talking about the boot camps. Hi mate, I was late to the stream and saw you talk about prop firms. I think you could pass other prop firms very easily with your style of trading. The only thing is the spreads won't be so good. Yes, I do love the tight spreads because I always go in with market orders, and you will see I don't ever touch. I go in with these entries here. So buy, and you can see the spread is 0.3, which is pretty much zero spread. And if we jump onto the other account, which is the small account, the 20K account, spreads are 1 to 2. So it's pretty much identical market. That's why I like copying my bootcamp onto the instant, because it's pretty exactly the same price. What is TradeSync? TradeSync is a journal. So it's a paid journal I'm a bit lazy. Actually, this intro, I haven't put in my Friday's trades. So if we go on history, change this to custom period, and let's go today, but then we want last Friday, 26th. Press OK. That would give me my trades, $507 profit. If we go orders and export this, we do HTML. I love the quickness of analyzing my trades. And then we go onto our trade sync, go to the plus icon, import trades, browse, get the file, import trades, and that's it. That's my trades in. So now we can go on my calendar, and I always watch the performance. I go calendar, there we go. So we're currently sitting about $5,000 for this month, including not trading for that week. So I would consider this a good week considering what's happened. Also, what I can do, if we look at this trade, you know how you're asking, oh, how can I see the trade? So these are real positions. You can see I've closed them in profit. And this is the bias that someone asked me, do you trade both ways? Same day, long in the morning, short in the afternoon. What we are also can do is go into the actual trade on the short trade, and it has trading view, which pops up. And if we go to, this is the 1 minute chart, if we go 5 minute, it should, yeah, so I shorted here, took profits here. So it's quite nice because then you can remember where your trade was. I think they can improve a little bit these markets. I want to see exactly on the chart where it was. And maybe if I put the hour, we're missing a trade. It's coming nicely down. It's happening. So from here down to here, that was my short. I like it. It's quite expensive, I think, but considering what I'm making a day, it's pretty much less than a day's worth trading to get these insights and so on. So I like it. Back on our trade. Let's see. Okay, guys, we've hit 12:30. Looks like the trade is going to happen a bit later. I'll do a few more questions and then we'll call it a day. There's a $39 5K high stakes. Hi mate, I was late on the stream. I saw you talk about that. You already said that. The fiver spreads by far the best. Other platforms are between 4 to 7 on GU. I agree. I love the tight spreads. You could also risk double what you would on fivers because they allow bigger drawdown. I wouldn't change the style that I trade. That's for sure. So we'll see. I'm quite happy with what I'm making at the moment. Yes, I could be progressing faster. If it wasn't a bootcamp and it was instant, we would definitely be at 4 million now. But I'm not greedy. I'm happy. I'm making a lot more money than I used to with my 9 to 5. You could also risk, where is the calendar from? Sync, Trade Sync, you can find it in the description. How did I set up the copy trader? Previous video, I think I showed it to Johannes. Johannes was asking me, so you can check that out. I passed my first ever prop firm, then blew my first ever live funded. It's classic. When you get funded, you suddenly think that it's a different way of trading. You risk more, and it suddenly becomes like you become a gambler. You go away from what's got you into that place. Infrared X-ray. How are your stats so damn good? Don't know. I do simple stuff. I do it every day. I'm not greedy. $500 in a day is really good money for me. And if I can double that, that's 15K a month. That's like insane. Do the same thing, do the boring thing. As you can see, I'm only looking at pound dollar. I know pound dollar. I understand how it moves. I know what it's gonna, I can understand that this is getting ready for something. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm patient. The sniper approach. We don't take all these trades. We just wait. Like the live, I agree. I think does anyone know what we hit? I think we're definitely above 200 viewers, which is the record, I think. So it's great to see the community building. Can you use multi-platforms on Copier? Or I have one Meta account and one trading. Yes, you can add different accounts. Do you follow a set of model mechanically, or is it discretionary? A combination. I enter on fair value gaps. I guess you can say that's a mechanical way of trading, but I also decide if this is a bad trade or not, depending on where other areas are on the chart. So in that way, it's a bit of both. Where am I from? I'm from Greece and England. Bit of a mix. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it today. We've had a great day. Really happy to meet you guys, some new of the guys to join the community. Welcome. And what exactly price do I want to buy? You're looking for a signal there, lively. Anywhere around the previous daily low, I will be interested in getting involved. So we're going to see you tomorrow. There's going to be a London Open again, 9:30 Greek time. Yes, Greek time, UK time. And I hope you learned something today. I know a lot of you enjoy these because you take value. Also, make sure you focus on the mindset stuff that we've been talking about. And if you want to help me, make sure you comment after the live finishes, because I leave the live on for a little bit for you to discuss, but then I close it. And after that, if you comment, it helps to push the channel. So I appreciate all of you guys every day, and I read every single comment, and I will see you tomorrow.
Running, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, running. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed and heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities that never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah. Running. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big talk. Young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element. Yeah. Say you gon' pull up, then settle it. Yeah. I've been married to this hustle. This is my swing, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch I touch down, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off,